morning, good morning, good morning. All you beautiful people out there right now in attendance coming into the show today. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff on the list. If you took a look at the polls, we got things up there for people to talk about. And let me tell you something. We go from politics every morning in the show. You guys will see this moving forward. Politics every damn day in the morning and nighttime. We got a sports conversation. But before we get into that, don't come in here and get your panties in a bunch because Yvonne and I, you know how we get. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things are going to start happening right now. And yes, we do. We got the attorney in the building. James joining us right here. He's in the building. He's in attendance. People in the chat right now. We're going to dive into a lot of things, a lot of conversation. I got a bunch of stuff right here we're going to go into. I made a bunch of notes right here to make sure I did it right.
You made notes, huh?
I made some freaking notes because let me tell you something. You know, we used to do the headlines. And I said, let me get back on the headlines. People know, look, I got a lot of stuff to dive into. Let me just tell you right now, instead of getting on my computers, I put them on some damn sticky notes right here so I get it right. But hold on a second. Let me dive into something. It's Monday. We're getting closer to Christmas season. We'll talk about that in a second. Today, we're going to cover a lot. We got a lot of conversation today. We're going to dive into Trump discussing removing taxes. Big conversation. People in the chat. Should Trump get out there and get the taxes removed using the tariffs? We're going to talk about that. We got Ron DeSantis talking about property taxes in the state of Florida get removed. All those people out there at Homestead are like, yeah, man, you lived there for a while. Now, hold on a second. I can't afford these taxes. Insurance going up. We're going to talk about that today. People in the chat right now. We also got Florida real estate is booming. There's big conversations for that. A lot of people are going to say, why is that? We're going to talk about that. Ma'am Donnie, mayor of New York City, starts telling people, how can you avoid ICE? How can you beat ICE? We're going to talk about that. Then we also are going to end, obviously, we got 50 Cent exposes Diddy with new video footage. We're going to go into that. People know a lot of shit going on there with Diddy and conversation. We're not going to want to miss that. People coming to the chat right now, smack that like button if you're watching live. And I also want to say something else, too, before I get into that, V. There was another mass shooting, okay? That's just, these mass shootings just keep happening. This one, South Africa, right? Or wherever it was. Yeah. Another one happened. 11, 12 people killed. This has happened all the time. That's a conversation. We just keep seeing that. Look on the internet. It's like mass shooting. Like, where's that one at? Well, another one happened. I want to say something, okay? I got the deworming medicine, V. I don't know if you ever did that before. No. I just got that. People in the chat right now coming. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff right now. Give me 1 second.
You could do that naturally. Just get some papaya or dragon fruit.
Wait,
you don't
what?
have to buy no medicine.
You got worms?
I'm not saying I got worms.
Everybody got worms. You got worms.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Right now. Yeah, we all do.
Wait. Hold on a second. Okay. You're saying you got worms right now?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I
mean, you might.
Yeah, you do too.
Nah, I don't got worms. I can tell you right now, I don't got worms. People in the chat coming in the building. Who's in the building right now? Drop your sage in the chat.
You said you bought the medicine or you're about to get it?
I didn't.
Or you were just talking about it?
We're eating ivermectin again?
But wait, I didn't. No, I'm not. Hold on a second. I'm not saying I bought medicine.
Oh.
I mean, I did. No, hold on a second. Let me rewind. I did buy medicine, but it wasn't medicine like I got some kind of medical issue. I just got it because, you know what I'm saying?
Preemptively?
Listen, my wife's been doing a lot of research, right, V? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. James,
no, I get it. Her opinion is now your opinion.
Deworming.
I know. I'm married. I get it. Now you're into deworming.
I got it. Now I got to figure out what deworming is. I never knew what deworming was. Now
you're going to be an expert in deworming.
I went out and got this stuff online, deworming, to see what happens. And then this
you're
morning.
Be shocked. You got it.
Not good.
When you go to the bathroom, you're going to see something that you wish you never seen.
In the chat right now, have you guys ever got the deworming medicine? In the chat, have you ever got the deworming medicine? Look, I got it, V. I took it. I got no problems. I did it because my wife's like, hey, you're 39 years old. You never did it before? Nope. Yeah. You're 32. You never did it either. No. Okay, now you're 31. Yeah. I'm talking about her. She's 30. Yeah. She's 32. She never did it. Now she did it. Our kids all did it now. Okay, everybody good? I don't know.
The kids are about to panic.
No, I don't know. Deworming medicine.
When did y'all take it?
I just took it yesterday.
Okay, watch.
But hold on a second. What are you gonna do when you take the deworming? What are you gonna do every time? Not to get nasty on the show.
No,
but what are you gonna do on the show every single time?
You look at it anyway. Everybody look at their poop.
Wow. Are you looking at your poop?
Like, after you wipe, you gotta look.
You using the bathroom
like-
looking at your poop pick?
I don't really look at it like that, but I mean, you should probably look at it every
You
once
have
in a
to,
while. I
just
mean,
to
it's an
make sure
indicator of
everything-
health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These bug. Hold on a second, people in the chat. We got off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, we're getting crazy.
We
right
got
now,
off
but
on the wrong foot today. I mean, maybe on the right foot. I took the medicine,
it's
and
important.
we'll see what happens.
Yes,
I'll let you guys know. Reese, whatever.
All
if it's
the-
good, I'll
Make-
shout him out.
Make the Patreon to see your poop pics.
Yeah.
all
And-
these this meat
what
that
happens.
we're eating and everything. Like,
Yeah,
we
gotta get it out.
We're having parasites. They're not worms. They're parasites. Basically worms. But
I saw a video. My
Yeah.
wife tried to show me a lady how to get a worm pulled out her mouth. It was so bad.
Oh God.
I'm saying we don't know. Okay, what I'm told, real quick in a nutshell, and then we're gonna get in Donald Trump moving taxes. Okay, people came for that. I was told that the medicine that you take for the deworming, for all the ladies and women out there, guys in the chat want to be real clean, right? You know what I'm saying? People in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. Smack the like button if you're watching live right now. Chrome, we got Andrew in the building. Let's go. Black out my jacket on, baby. Looking thin on here on the show. People in the chat. RLW, how you feeling out there? Who else in the chat? Poomy, Ponder, what's going on? People in the chat, listen. Real quick before I dive into it. So I took the medicine, and right away I'm like, I don't feel nothing. 20 seconds later, wife's like, you gotta wait longer than 20 seconds. You gotta let it go through your body. She said what it does is it paralyzes all parasites and worms in your body.
Yep. And then probably today
Passes
or
through.
maybe tomorrow, yeah, you're gonna see a lot in the bathroom.
You're going crazy right now. Finger lady, I know. Sitting there looking at his finger. I mean, look.
What are we
Just
dogs?
I don't know.
Just do
What
it
are we,
naturally
dogs?
next time. Just get some papaya or
We did that.
some dragon fruit.
But see, I didn't do it because I got a damn problem. I did it because I haven't done it ever. And she's like, do it so you can be safe. So I did it. Moving on.
It's gonna get your gut health and everything too. Like lose a little bit of your gut, all of that stuff.
People in the chat right now coming to the building. We're talking about a lot today. Donald Trump to remove taxes. All right, now that was a lot to say right there. I did want to say Christmas is coming up, and everybody in the chat watching, everybody in the building right now, I will be giving you guys your deworming medicine for Christmas. I got you pick. Vaughn, I got you. Deworm. Take it. Leave it. Take it.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
I should do it.
Do it. I think you should do it. Let's get to this now. Donald Trump talks about removing taxes. And I will tell you from my perspective, I think that if he actually can do this or accomplish this, it's a very good thing. How he's going to do it, that's a question that people have to say. Piccolino, I know you were talking about it. You think it could be impossible?
It's like the X-Files slogan. I want to believe. But like I was reading some numbers, and it's like $2 trillion is generated from the taxes that we pay, and these tariffs are only bringing in about maybe 90 billion. So I don't understand how any of this is going to work.
But there's one of these things that you got. Look, whether here's the thing I want to say. Whether you believe that Donald Trump is going to accomplish this or not, we got to all say, hey, give that man a round of applause for trying to look into this kind of thing. No, we're paying crazy taxes. Vaughn, living in a condo, enjoying life. You got no kids right now. Life is good.
Yeah.
Right now, you look like you got no stress right now.
Yeah,
You can see the stress on my face right now, Pickling. This morning, I called you this morning. What's going on? Your daughter was sick, right?
You look like a man. We look like men that have kids and families. And look how
Speak for yourself.
good this guy looks over here.
Yeah, he's over there.
Yeah,
Hey,
no stress.
he's trying to go to the beach right now.
Got the baby face.
Yeah, you do got the baby face. And you might he went out there and bought some kind of lens that made him just look
Yeah.
like he was like 15 years old.
That's
That's what he was going for. I'm just trying to get on here and talk some shit right here. But to be honest with you, Donald Trump to remove taxes, I will tell you, if he can get it done using all these things, I got video footage to talk about it. But let's dive into this real quick while we get this playing, because if I can pull it up on the screen, which I got it right here, I'd like to hear what he's got to say. I mean, a lot of people are going to say he can't do it, he can do it, he won't do it. But doing the tariffs was a big time thing. Getting the tariffs, getting a chance to say, hey, look, let's get these countries to pay their portion. A lot of people are going to say, that's not how it's getting paid, though, right? That's the biggest thing. Like, oh, no. People come to the channel all the time and say, no, that's not really true. That's not exactly how it's happening. Who in the chat's new right here in the building? I-oh-ho-ho-ho-ho. That's the name in the chat. I-oh-ho-ho-ho-ho. I hope I said that right in the building right now. Might have said it wrong. We appreciate you joining the show
just
today.
like Barron Trump's on the Epstein.
Oh, wow. Hold on a second. Barron Trump on the Epstein file. I don't know about that, but let's take a look at this clip real quick.
President Trump says he's making progress on what is no doubt his most ambitious economic proposal. Yesterday, during his cabinet meeting, he said federal income tax could soon be replaced with record-breaking tariff revenue. Since taking office, the White House has collected hundreds of billions of dollars in tariff revenue, and if the trend holds, some analysts believe that could be in the trillions over the next decade.
You won't even have income tax to pay because the money we're taking in is so great, it's so enormous that you're not going to have income tax to pay. Whether you get rid of it or just keep it around for fun or have it really low, much lower than it is now, but you won't be paying income tax.
See, that's what be throwing it off. It's like, what you mean keep if you want to keep it around for fun?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I didn't get that part. Keep around for fun. He's like, hey, look, do what you want to do, but we're gonna get rid of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think it's great.
Maybe it was just a figure of speech, like, whatever you want to do with it, keep it around for fun.
I think it's great. I mean, however you want to spin it, getting rid of the damn taxes. When you wake up every single day, we're going to dive into this part of the conversation right now. People got Christopher in the building. What's going on? How are you? Hunter Barry in the building. Everybody right now, drop your states in the chat right now. Everybody real quick. Drop your states in the chat real quick, everybody, because there are more people coming, new people coming in. Get ready for this shit to go up higher. Listen, and you see down there in the corner right there, Piccolino. You see what's on the screen, right?
I see.
You see down there at the bottom of the screen where it says Monday the 8th. And what do you see right there next to that? You see some stars, right?
I see those stars.
I told you I put it there.
And those stars look amazing.
I told you I'll get that shit done. We're talking politics in the morning every day.
Patriotic.
Hey, like I said, you join the show right now. Morning, we're talking politics, but nighttime, we're talking sports. And a lot of shit's going to start happening right now on the show. And we got live callers going to be open to calling. But here's what I want to say, people that are new in the building right now. If you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat. And if you're not a Trump supporter, then just put USA if you want right now. Good morning, Christopher.
Is it only federal income tax or state too?
Listen.
Because how are things supposed to get done in the states?
Well, here's the thing. Trump wants to eliminate taxes, abolish taxes. Let's start with that. Completely get rid of taxes.
Guys.
The mindset that he has, though,
Yeah.
I'm saying the mindset.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about, we had this conversation where he said, I'm going to do 7,000 push-ups today, and we know he's going to get 16. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Can Trump do 16 push-ups?
No way.
You don't think so?
No.
Potentially, probably not, but
16?
Potentially, yeah.
Nah, I don't know. What do you think, Pick?
Like 3 to 4.
Can you do 16 push-ups,
I
Pick?
could do 16 push-ups.
All right. Vaughn,
We-
you don't think so?
What, can Pick do it?
Yeah, he could do 16, I think.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm all chest.
Yeah, he's all
That's like the only muscle on me.
He can get 17, 18.
Yeah, easy.
You don't think I could hit 20 push-ups?
Yo, he's hitting 20. Pickley's hitting 20 push-ups.
I think you could do
20.
20.
Pickley is doing 7 one-arm push-ups.
I can't really vouch because I haven't seen you do anything physical, so I can't really say.
Nah, Pickley can do
can do
it.
it.
Definitely. Pick, I got you right now.
Thank you, guys.
I got you
Thank
doing at least 46 push-ups. Okay.
In
That's
an
good.
hour.
Hey,
46?
if you haven't done push-ups in a long time, 46 is pretty damn good. It's been a long
How you doing
time.
the last time he did push-ups?
Yeah, he might not be able to do it. I'm hitting. How many you hitting, V?
I mean, I could do a 50 clip.
Yeah.
Easy,
If someone's betting you, you're going
if
to do
somebody
100.
No, somebody bet me I could probably get like 70,
I'm doing 100.
73, 75.
I'm doing 100. Someone's bet me, guaranteed. If someone said, "Yo, actually, give me a week,"
It's a
if,
little tough.
if someone said, "Hey, pay $100 right now," I'm doing 100. If someone's like, "Let's just do it," I'm doing 65.
If I'm on them every day, yeah, 100 and like
Easy.
if I'm,
Smack
yeah.
it. Okay,
But I haven't been doing them, so
feel you.
I can get like 73.
73.
Push-
Picks
push for that
Picks doing
75.
27. Yeah, hey, it's part of it. People in the chat right now. The reason why we're talking about that is Donald Trump says he's going to do a lot of things, and listen, it's not that it's not a possibility to get rid of taxes using tariffs. It's just how much you get in. I'll show the clip again in a minute. I think it's possible for him to start giving us some money back using the tariffs. Picklin, you say no.
I don't think the thing is, look how much problems happened already with the tariffs, and we're nowhere near hitting $2 trillion in tariffs. So if we raise tariffs that much, everything's gonna be more expensive. We're all paying for it.
But let's just say this: the tariff situation, Trump just got back in. This really started just happening. We're going back, what, 10 months ago, 11 months ago? So like he just got in. He's been here for 4 years. The amount of money that's going to pour in, I feel like there's an opportunity to start putting it in the right direction.
But we've already walked back certain tariffs, like from Switzerland. Remember, they hit them up with the watches, and now they're down to like 15% tariffs. These people, like our leaders, are flying all over the world making deals, and tariffs are coming down.
So here's the thing: why is he going to keep saying that then? And why is he coming right now? And hold on a second, because Ron DeSantis, we'll get to in a second, said that he's going to focus on this too for the state of Florida, removing property taxes if in fact you have a homestead property. So people that are watching right now, if you have a homestead property, that's exactly who they're saying, hey, you're not a renter, you own a house, you live in the house. It's time to start saying, hey, pay the taxes that you need to pay, not keep paying them. If you live in a house and all of a sudden taxes go up and you're like 70 years old, it's damn near impossible for these people sitting at home to pay these damn bills. Yeah. So what they do? They got to move. Taxes go up, they got to move. That's the first thing. So we can't even talk about Republicans wanting this or Democrats wanting this, whatever. Just the elderly or people that are retired that are no longer bringing in that crazy income, around them goes up. They are forced to leave that location because they can't afford to pay their taxes. Right? That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, but specifically in Florida, we have different issues, especially since the Champlain Towers fell. That changed how insurance is working down here and these assessments. So yeah, especially the elderly are very vulnerable to like the tax rates going up, the insurance rates going up like crazy, and then you're gonna have an HOA assessment, and that's terrible.
Look, at the end of the day, yeah, and at the end of the day, there's insurance, there's taxes. Trump's like, hey, we're bringing all this money in, let's give it back to the people. I think that as Americans, we should just be excited about that thought process. Like, hey, why are we paying taxes in the first place? Now, let's talk about this. Go ahead, B.
No, I was going to say, because I can see where you're leading it, but just in case you're not leading it that way, just put my input on that. I was saying, so it'll be good because we'll have extra money in our pocket. We'll put more money into the economy. People going to be spending money and everything.
Yeah.
But, like, how are things going to get done? Like, schools.
Police officers, stuff like that.
Yeah. Roads, everything.
Schools. Yeah.
Like, how are things going to get done?
Well, those are the major concern that we have only right now. If we got rid of tax, we're talking the IRS is like
just
coming
federal
down.
Tax.
Yeah, the IRS is coming down on people for a lot of things. Here's what I believe. I'm going to go into a second. Years ago, they used to knock on people's doors. Hey, you want to donate to taxes? Hey, you want to donate to the military? Years ago. And people that were like, shit, if they had money, they're like, we want to protect our shit. So they would just pay.
But you know, most people are going to say no.
Yeah, but they could say no until shit doesn't work. Like this. Okay, let's break this down then. Let's break this down. You live in a very rich neighborhood, let's say, and they come to your door and say, hey, you want to donate to taxes and fix these streets? You're like, nah. Okay, fine. Guess what? Your streets stay looking like shit. Guess what now? All of a sudden, people that got money are going to start fixing their areas up. Hey, I'll donate. And that starts with your local streets and all that, right? But let's talk about the military for a second. These rich people, they don't want the military to go down. They don't want the military to collapse. So they're going to want to donate to the military anytime they can so they can make sure that we have a proper military to protect our country. Right. So I'm saying back in the day when they started this, they did this because they were knocking on the doors. Hey, you want to donate to the military? Do you want to donate to this and that? And people would say no. People with money would basically have to donate more regardless. Now they came up with a system. Automatic.
They had to make it mandatory because most people are going to say no.
Yeah, but
most
I'm saying,
of the time.
But you can say no. But you can say no. You can say no until shit's bad, and then you're going to start saying yes. Like in a building right now, you live in a condo. And you're living there, you got money, all of a sudden, like, hey, you know what? You want to donate? No. All of a sudden, your building looks like shit. You're like, hey, we got to get together in this building. We got to get this building looking right. Because what happens is, then people are going to say, what are going to say? Oh, well, the poor people, they're not going to give nothing. The place is going to go shitty anyway. Well, they're not donating money anyway. So that don't even matter. If you live in a very poor area, you're not paying many taxes anyway. So the point is, if the rich right now are being forced to pay tax, and they keep pushing to pay taxes, and rightfully so, paying their fair share of paying taxes, that's fine. But the point is, if in fact you say, hey, you know what, we're getting rid of taxes, the rich are still going to pay taxes, and they might even end up paying more taxes because shit's going to go bad if they don't pay. That's how I believe. But the more important conversation is, how are they going to get the money? And that's what Piccolino was talking about. How do we have enough money coming in from this stuff? And I got another video I want to show you that was on the bottom of my screen here with Trump talking here. And I think the reality is, he said the tariffs will pay for it. Let's take a look at this clip.
This year is projected to be the largest tax refund season ever. And we're going to be giving back refunds out of the tariffs because we've taken in literally trillions of dollars. And we're going to be giving a nice dividend to the people. In addition to reducing debt, as you know, I inherited a lot of debt, but it's peanuts compared to the kind of numbers we're talking about. So we're going to be making a dividend to the people. And additionally, we're going to be able to reduce debt. And as time goes by over the next 2, 3, 4 years, those numbers are going to go up. And I believe that at some point in the not too distant future, you won't even have income tax to pay because the money we're taking in is so great, it's so enormous that you're not going to have income tax to pay. Whether you get rid of it or...
So that's the thing. If he continues to push this narrative, and people in the States push this narrative, and people at the government level push this narrative, and people grown on this, I feel that we should at least appreciate what his thought process is. No, that's all I'm saying.
We can appreciate it now because he's using the right verbiage. He said, "I believe."
I believe.
I believe it's going to do that.
I was going to happen.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't say like tomorrow is no more income tax tomorrow.
Well, let's just say this.
He would have did that like a month or two ago.
Yeah, but let's just say this. This is why when I talk Republicans, Democrats, I got friends on both sides, family on both sides. And this position right here, Republicans are going to go, yeah, boy, right? This is great. Why a lot of Democrats will say, nah, bad idea. Now, I'm not forget if you can do it or not. I'm not saying if you do it or not. I'm saying, why do you think the Democrats would say this is a bad idea? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying in general that, hey, look, Democrats are going to say that he can't get it done. That might happen. But I'm saying, why do you think the Democrats would say this is a bad idea, though? You got an update on that, Picklin?
I don't even think it's just the Democrats. I think you would even have Republican leaders that wouldn't, the things that would have to go in place for something like this to happen, you're going to be putting so much of a increased tax on the American people that it just wouldn't work. I mean, you could just do a couple of quick Google searches here about how much tariff revenue came in, how big our debt is. It just doesn't make sense. If they have some master plan for this, then great. I'm ready. But I just, of all the things that I hear, this one just sounds like a stretch. Like I want to believe it, but
it might be a stretch. It might be a stretch. But so let's say this. Let's call it a stretch because we know that it could be a stretch. But the money is pouring in. How high it's coming, how it's going. I feel in my mind, if my president was like, hey, we're going to find ways to collectively gather money from other places that should not be having this money. Let's just say they're buying here, whatever. They're charging us XYZ, but now we're charging them. And they bring that money into our country. I feel this would be a very good message to the American people that he wants to give back to them the $2,000, right? To give them back. You can call them tariff bonuses, call them refund checks, call them whatever you want. But giving money back to these people, I believe, is just a very good thing. And I think American people should say, man, at least he's trying to accomplish something that will make us all feel good about it. I mean, you know your taxes, you know your HOA fees, you know you're paying.
I just did a quick Google. Anyone can do this. So far, the U.S. collected $257 billion in tariff revenues this year, but income tax brought in $2.4 trillion in 2024. Like these numbers are so far off.
They're off. But there is a lot of money. Let's just say this. There is a lot of money coming in. Now, how much of it, what Trump is saying, is it's not being reported properly. I don't know what that means, though.
With that, it's like, how could you give that out to the people and pay off the debt?
Because he's saying that it's that much.
Take care of everything that's around.
Because he's saying
off of the numbers that are reported.
No, right. Well, that's the thing. This is numbers that are reported. And then you keep on working on this. He has a plan. I'm not saying whether or not this is going to happen, but I am saying that he's been talking about this, and it's not just Trump talking about it. If it was just Trump, I'd say, you know what? Maybe he's hoping on a dream, wishing on a prayer, whatever. But now we have some other people, even at local levels, even other states, and these people, a lot of people would like to tell you how smart these other people are. But let's talk about this for a second, because now we talk about Trump for a minute. And we say that he's talking about that, removing taxes in general, getting rid of IRS stuff. And in a second, this is going to load up here in a second. But we're going to talk about Ron DeSantis in it for a second. So Ron DeSantis is like, hey, let's get rid of these taxes. Let's get rid of property taxes. And he's been making videos on this and talking about it, right? And I can show that right now. He's up on the screen. And he's been talking about this, saying, look, we got to do something about this. And we got to get rid of this for our people, not just to say, hey, let's help the Republicans out. Because a lot of people are going to say, well, you know what? You know, the Republican side, they want to look out for the Republicans and yada, 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 which that could be true at certain times. But in this particular time, Ron DeSantis is saying anybody that lives in the state of Florida that has a homestead home can have the opportunity to get rid of property tax. And you said, what are they gonna do with local stuff? So this is just property taxes.
Yeah.
You're buying a house, you're paying on it over and over and over again.
He's doing this too to make it more appealing to get Florida back into the groove because I mean Miami is booming because this is Miami, but all around Florida it's crashing down because a lot of places like
you're saying crash down like real estate market.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say this. A lot of places, not just Florida, but a lot of places are having struggles real estate. That's true. The economy's having struggles.
Yeah, but Florida is really
But Florida, here's the problem with Florida. A lot of people want to live here. Where are you guys based at? We're based in Miami on the show here. A lot of people want to live in Florida. And so the rush for the people moving to Miami, and you go, it's hot here. I want to go back and want to get some cold weather. It's hot here. And I'm like, damn, I kind of miss where I was at. But a lot of people realistically want to live here.
I think a lot of people think they want to live in Florida.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. What do you get in Florida? You got beaches. You got warm weather. And when you go to a beach, it's just a beach. Like you've been to a beach a lot of places. This is a nice beach.
No state income tax.
No, right. That's another thing.
That's a big one.
No state income tax. You got beautiful people staying in shape all the time. You got great schools, great universities. You got Miami, you got Florida State, you got the Florida Gators, you got South Florida, you got Central Florida, you got FIU, you got FAU. It's very diverse. I mean, this is people would argue that Florida and Miami is a great place to live. Now, very expensive. And once this freaking uploads on my computer screen, I'm going to show you guys something in a second here. It's very expensive, which I understand, right? But at the end of the day, I kind of feel very confident that Ron DeSantis, I pulled that, I just tried to show that picture for a second. He's like, look, let's get rid of the damn property taxes because people are getting crushed down here. When you buy a house, you can't retire because it's just going to keep going up. And so I'll tell you this much. I feel very excited about what Trump's trying to do. Whether he'll be able to do or not, we'll find out. But I feel very excited about the ability to sit back and tell the American people, hey, we're getting tariff money. Let's try to make this happen. Let's remove property tax. Let's remove taxes in general, and let's remove the IRS where they come after you. You got to get the best accountants. When you open a business, you start working. You got to get the best accountants now too. Pickling, you know what I'm talking about. You got to make sure you do this right, that right, this right. There's so much going on. I would argue the fact that accountants will probably be against. Would you say accountants will probably be against wanting to have? I don't know if you believe this or not, Pickling. Do you think accountants will be against this because then they wouldn't be able to charge the amount of money they charge for this kind of stuff?
No, there would still be taxes. Your business account pay taxes. You can't just eliminate it all. I mean, I don't understand how people think the government will continue to work. With the numbers just aren't there right now for this to make sense. And it's his presidency and his legacy. So you're going to make these bold claims. If it doesn't come through in the future, then we'll know how it plays out. But man, it just feels like when I hear that, it's almost the same way you talk to your kid and you're like, you make them these promises that are never going to happen. Or like just is it plausible? Okay, but very, very small chance.
But so I have a question I want to ask you. Do you think that the media, be completely wrong, we know the media does not, when Trump does something good, the media doesn't talk about that much, realistically. And because media is owned by Democratic networks and whatever. And I get it. And then Fox will talk good about it because they believe in what he's doing, right?
But what's necessarily good?
Well, what I'm saying is, if in fact Trump does something good in the sense of if he were to get out there and he were to stop a war, if he were to get out there and he would, let's say this, they say, hey, look, we're going to create safety in our cities. We're going to take, men out of women's sports. Most people, I'm not saying everybody, most people would agree with me that men playing against women is going to be very difficult in most sports, right?
Yeah.
For him to get up there and do that, I'm saying I believe, I'm not saying everybody believes that, you don't have to, but I'm saying I believe that the Republicans are going to say, hell of a job, Trump, right? And I think Democrats are going to be like, that's not right. And no matter what, it doesn't matter what it is. If he cured cancer today, they would, and I said this before, they would probably say, that's good, but they would also say, he didn't do it, this person did it. It wouldn't be something that went to him, is my point. Even if they believe that he did something good. That's just how I feel about it. So is it fair to say that they may or may not be reporting this stuff properly to the American people saying, oh, only this much is coming in? Or do you think it's completely accurate?
I think it's fair on both sides. Like when it comes to most media consumption, people just pick whatever sugar they want. You know, if you want it to sound a certain way, that's what you pick. And, you know, the opposite side is always going to pose it as the worst. I just think when you have stuff like saying there's going to be no more taxes, it sounds great for the news clips, but we can say or do anything. If it actually happens, it's different. So it's almost like just work on it. And that's a big, bold claim there, you know?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a very bold claim. It's a very bold claim. For those people that are joining us right now for the first time, I'm going to try to pull it up on the screen if this damn shit starts working on my damn screen. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to dive into, in the next few minutes, we're going to get ready to dive into another conversation. But I feel that America in the economy, we'll talk about that for a second, is struggling because prices are going up. They're struggling because of, you know, if you want to talk about the eggs, the bread, whatever, the Publix, this and that, the shipping business, bringing them in, they're charging more there. They got to raise the prices there. It's made with this and that. And we talk about the food. Vic, you said the food is made horrible a lot of times, right?
Just ultra processed
foods, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
which is giving us them
the worms.
Yeah.
The worming. I got you.
Did you
I
know
got you.
that most food comes from like 3 big corporations? Like they all buy from Cisco or some other one. So like you're eating the same mozzarella sticks, whether it's in Chili's or some other restaurant. That's why it's all starting to taste the same, and it's harder to find independent places that use products from outside of there. But they made it so convenient, and corporatized it.
Everybody got their all the restaurants have their memberships to Restaurant Depot.
Uh-huh.
I used to have to go to Restaurant Depot. I still get emails from Cisco to this day. I used to run a restaurant, and I still get emails from Cisco to this day.
To go there and do what?
What?
Buy everything from. They sell everything from
Restaurant Depot. Just if
you run a restaurant, you get a cheaper deal.
If I miss some stuff on my Cisco order, I'll just go to Restaurant Depot.
Yeah,
and
pick it up.
Yeah,
Cisco brings you the whole package, and then you go to Restaurant Depot, go pick up a couple things. You can pick up chips for like 20 cents, and they charge $1, whatever, right? Food.
They have like
everything
for
the restaurants.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's. I want to move to another topic right now. I think that's important to talk about. Ma'am Donnie, did that spelled right? Ma'am Donnie. To tell New York City, when it says tell. So here's what I want to talk about for a second here. I'm looking at this. And he tells New York City, okay, let me fix that real quick. There you go. Tells New York City how to fight ICE. Okay. And this is the part of the thing I want to talk about. While Trump is trying, and I believe in this wholeheartedly, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about it, and whatever, we debate on this. I feel that you have a president of the United States that's in office that's trying to, whatever you want to call it, create safety for the country, right? And he feels in his method it's creating safety. Other people might say it's not. But I would argue the fact that there are a lot of things I think he's trying to do, right? Obviously, he's trying to stop wars, whether they happen or don't. He's trying, maybe people say he's helping Putin, but they say, look, you got to give a little, get a little. Putin takes a little bit more than you want to, Zelensky, and let's end this war. Millions of people. People are dying everywhere. Russians are dying. Ukrainians are dying. Whether it's Ukraine's fault, Russia's fault, we're not getting that right now.
Thailand just attacked Cambodia.
So wars are happening nonstop, right? It's not just here. And I don't think Trump is like, hey, let's create war, right? I don't think that's the reality. So him trying to stop the wars and then create safety in our country. I want to talk about something for a second. So Ma'am Donnie tells New York how to fight ICE. I got the video, so I'm going to show you in a second. Let's take a look at this clip.
Last weekend, ICE attempted to raid Canal Street and detain our immigrant neighbors. As mayor, I'll protect the rights of every single New Yorker, and that includes the more than 3 million immigrants who call this city their home. But we can all stand up to ICE if you know your rights. If you encounter ICE, these are the things that every New Yorker should know. First, ICE cannot enter into private spaces like your home, school, or a private area of your workplace without a judicial warrant signed by a judge. That looks like this. If ICE does not have a judicial warrant signed by a judge, you have the right to say, I do not consent to entry, and the right to keep your door closed. Sometimes ICE will show you paperwork that looks like this, and tell you that they have the right to arrest you. That is false. ICE is legally allowed to lie to you, but you have the right to remain silent. If you're being detained, you may always ask, am I free to go, repeatedly, until they answer you. You are legally allowed to film ICE, as long as you do not interfere with an arrest. It is important to remain calm during any interaction with ICE or law enforcement. Do not impede their investigation, resist arrest, or run. One last thing. New Yorkers have a constitutional right to protest. And when I'm mayor, we will protect that right. New York will...
So he made that video, right? He got elected in New York City. There are now reports are that people are fleeing New York City left and right. Now, I don't know if it's like, wow, crazy, but I do know that people are leaving. A lot of people live in New York City, but I don't know if it's as many people as, Republicans like a claim, like say everybody's leaving there because that place sucks now. Now I don't know if it's like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's like that.
Yeah. No. But
I
will say this.
We would have heard about it.
Yeah,
like,
but I will say this. The Democrats that wanted him to be there, they're not complaining about it. They're there. Republicans that did not want him to be there are really upset about it. We know that. So we do have an influx. If you look up the real estate market right now, we do have a massive influx now of people moving to Florida. We've had that for a long time. And then it spikes and goes up. And now because Miami's getting very expensive, Florida got expensive, there's certain places that are cheaper. People are fleeing, and people that are moving to Miami are saying, hey, I'll sell my shit to somebody else from New York and I'll move up to, Vero Beach or one of these other places and make a bunch of money and do that. But here's what I don't think makes the most sense. I think as a mayor, you got to do what's right and what you believe in. So I think that's a great thing. If he believes in that, I think he's doing the right thing. That's what he believes in. But I also know, and we got to keep it unbiased, but to be honest with you, I feel like when the president of the United States is in there and you run for mayor and he's trying to go out there and arrest or remove illegal immigrants from the state, the city, whatever, and then you're the mayor and you're teaching these people how to fight it. It's like, I do understand teaching the law is very important. Understand your law.
He's doing. He's saying don't impede on their investigation, but know your rights.
Yeah, which that's what I'm saying. I think that part's a great thing.
Yeah.
I think getting up there and saying, hey, people have this question. If he said, look, this is what they're attempting to do, but also give the reason why they're doing it, right? He's against it. So therefore, he's going to just tell you how to fight it, right? What I'm saying is, if you're the mayor and you're for the people, not for Democrats, but when you run for office, even for Trump, anybody, you have to run for the people, right?
I think he did the right thing. I think
for the video.
Yeah, well, like he's the mayor of the city and he's looking out for the people of his city, and it's a very blue city. And I think he's doing the right thing. I think it's good that he's explaining the rights for people, what they can and can't do and what they have, when it comes to.
I think there have always been more immigrants than actual regular Americans in New York City.
You're talking about New York City?
In general, in New York City for ages.
You're talking about in Manhattan, like in the middle of Times Square,
in the whole city.
Yeah, but if you go up, if you talk Brooklyn, you talk.
Yeah, but look, they're like a couple of them are like second generation, first generation. There's a lot of Italians in Brooklyn. There's a lot of Jamaicans in Brooklyn, like Caribbean.
There's a lot of different people.
West Indians. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of Asians.
But that's why you might be getting a lot of Democrats that are voting saying, hey, some of these things with ICE, they're scared of it, right? So what I'm saying is they voted.
A lot of them, my bad. A lot of the people, like the first generation people, their parents are immigrants and stuff like that. So they're like, my mom's a good person. She just came over here to give us a better life. So they're not. But again, remember, ICE is not supposed to
go into your location and just start arresting people for no reason. Like, they're supposed to get illegal people out of the country.
Yeah.
If ICE goes in and ICE starts removing people that are legal in the country that should be here, that have paperwork, then that's a problem. And I'm sure that there could be instances where someone gets arrested, they're not supposed to be getting arrested. Like, I'm sure that happens in life anyway. But the reality is, you have Ma'am Donnie, the mayor of New York City, out there trying to coach, right, and or teach.
And I will fight each and every day to protect.
And that's the video I was gonna pop up again. That video is him telling people how to fight it. Now, if he said, let me just say it. If he said, this is what Trump is attempting to do because of this. Hey, he wants to remove illegal immigrants because they are here illegally and they're not supposed to be here illegally. But if you are arrested and you feel that you are not supposed to be arrested, like you are a legal person in this country, this is how you fight it, right? That would be a very good message. I'm being honest with you. From an unbiased standpoint right now, I'm looking at this. This would be a very good, in the chat right now. If you guys agree with what I'm saying, put yes in the chat right now. If you disagree, put no in the chat. RB said President Trump gave him enough rope to hang himself, basically, right? So that's what RB said in the chat. Plump came in the building and said, ICE has arrested nearly 75,000 people with no criminal records, data shows. But we're not talking about criminal records. I'm not saying that no one's talking about criminals right now. We're talking about legal or illegal.
Well,
we
look,
got our own criminals.
You know how long them people been on Canal Street selling them fake.
It's
that
like,
fake
it's
stuff
part
and
of the
all that?
experience, right?
Yeah, like,
Isn't that you
they-
go to Canal Street for that?
They never
know?
not been there.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
you
but
going
hold on.
over there, you know who's over
But
there.
I got a
doing
question.
that. They've been doing
and
that.
I relate this to school. That's true. And I've been to Canal Street. I've been out there, been on the Chinatown. I grew up there, you know. But the reality is, even if you feel for those people, which I do, there is still a legal and illegal situation. So what I'm saying is, if you run stop signs every day, and all of a sudden, hey, we're not doing that no more. We're putting a law to this. We're not running stop signs no more because it's illegal. We put stop signs up. They weren't there before. Now they're there. Gotta stop now, right? We stop now. Traffic lights, can't run that. They put up these little flashing lights going through school zones. In Miami, we're getting tickets every day. I got like 17 of them in Georgia. Wife got like 9 in 1 week. I pay them all. It doesn't show a picture of her on the car. It shows my license plate driving down the street, and Brandon Mason's got 74 tickets, which is not true. Wife got 73 of them all. Being honest, it's just crazy. Now, but what I'm saying is I'm going to hear from both of you on this topic. It's very important to talk about. Later on, we're going to upload these clips. If you're watching live for the first time on the show right now, if you've been here before, put S if you're a subscriber. This is a big conversation. We got to talk about this shit. Get people coming here and talk about this. This is important. We're going to have live callers. I have it set up there, trying to get this stuff booming, the chat back going so that we can get live callers in. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to have a mayor or a president that just speaks to one side of the people, right? And I think Democrats would argue that he speaks to only Republicans, like he wants Republicans to win, Democrats to lose. Like because our system is set up in a way where it's Republican versus Democrat. Like, and I'm not, when I say white versus black, I'm not saying which on what side, I'm just giving an example. Like, you versus you. Like, it just is what it is. And that creates this feeling of someone that's in power to be focusing on one side. So I'm just saying, if I was, and I'm not a mayor, I'm not a governor, but if I was, I would get up there and I would speak to the people of New York City and I would say, look, this is the reality. This is the law.
But if I'm pro-black, does that mean I'm anti-white? Anti-white?
If you start saying that outside,
What that I'm?
if you say, for instance, and we'll get to abortion another day, you know, you're for abortion, right? That means you're basically saying, yes, you're not saying, no, you can't stop. You're picking a side. I wouldn't say if you're pro-black or pro-white or pro anything. I would just say, I look out for people and I want the black people to do well, right? I want the white people to do well. But the minute if you get up there as a president and you say, to all my black people, to all my white people are going to appreciate that because you're speaking out to everybody. Yeah. If you get up there like Obama did for Kamala Harris, he killed her. I think he hurt her whole campaign because he got up there and he was like, "You black people, you're not voting for Kamala Harris. You must not be black." And then also Joe Biden said some stuff like that. That doesn't it might have worked a long time ago.
It was Bernie Sanders.
But I'm just giving an example. If they did that,
if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
You're not black. Yeah, Bernie Sanders was who made that little slogan. But what I'm saying is, if they but then Obama got up there and Obama said, realistically, Obama got up there and he said, you know what, all the brothers out there not going out there to vote for a black woman, yada yada yada. And I get what he was doing, and he was trying to win an election, help win an election. But the point is, the race card nowadays might get you a couple things, but it's really starting to be something of the past where it's like, hey, like, let's be American people. And I think Trump would do a better job. And I think Mamdani would do a better job as a mayor, just got a really young guy. We'll get in there. If he talks to the American people in a way where he's not talking to Republicans or Democrats, he's talking to the people. And he made a video that just says, here's how you get out of trouble. Here's how you fight ICE. But I think he's just combating his president.
But it's like, my bad. I got you in 1 second. If you get pulled over, like you use that analogy, if you get pulled over and you call your lawyer's going to tell you, hey, do this, do that. Don't speak to them, do this, do that. He's going to tell you, not like he's trying to.
Yeah, but that's a hired person for you specifically. And I get that. And that's very good. They should do that. It's like you go out there, you got a football coach, he's on your team. But the mayor is not supposed to be on the Republican team or the Democrat team. He's supposed to be on the American people team. And that's why he gets voted in.
He's a Democrat.
But that's what I'm saying. He got voted in because he won the route, how he got voted in, which is great. He got voted in, and he should be there. If more people in New York City want him to be there, then he should be there. But what I'm saying is, when he starts speaking, he should give you the real law. After giving you the law or having someone explain the law, he should say, but if in fact you are not illegal, this is what you need to do. He's telling people to fight the shit regardless. Like, meaning like, this is how I'm taking it. This is how I'm taking it from him. This is how I'm taking it from Newsom. That's why I'm taking it like this. Newsom's telling people, let's keep them all here. Like fight the president. That's not a good situation.
Newsom, I don't really agree with him because at least Mamdani, he has a firsthand experience on it. His parents are immigrants and stuff, right? So he has a firsthand experience about immigration and all of that. So I can see where he's coming from with it.
But the law is still the law. Like, that's what I'm saying. And this isn't, and we're going to get off this topic in a second, but the law is a law, and it's not just here. This law is like this in most of the places in the world. So for Democrats to want them to stay, that's great. You feel for them. But to get out there and try to help them fight Trump on this or help fight the law on this, Pickling, you're an attorney. You're going to help anybody who they're going to hire you. If you had Diddy call you, right? And Diddy said, hey, I want you to fight. By the way, if you got James right here, injury law attorney, if you need someone to help you with an injury, accident, whatever, you got to type in James Piccolino online, find him. What I'm saying, James, is this, though. If, in fact, Diddy hires you and he goes, I'm going to pay you $10 million, that's your chance to glow. You just became a world-class attorney because everybody wants to know who you are and what you're doing. You might not agree with what you're doing, but that's your bread and butter. How do I fight this to the best of my ability to show that he's innocent, even when he might not be innocent, right? And I think, as an attorney, are they supposed to tell you, James, like, is Diddy supposed to tell his attorney, hey, I did commit this stuff? We'll get to that in a second. Should he say, I did commit this stuff, but I want you to fight it, or does he just not say nothing?
In certain instances. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Like, attorneys never want surprises, so you should tell everything to your attorney. And even if the person was guilty of something, you still want them to have fair representation. That's how a lot of times when people work for the public defender's office and they're like, how can you represent some heinous person? You're just there to make sure that they have a fair trial. So, and you don't want any surprises, and you do the best you can for them. But like, that's another. I don't like criminal law, and I don't really do that. I think it's interesting, and then just for the stuff going on in New York, I don't think it's a Democrat or Republican thing. He's just explaining the rights of the system of due process. Because even if you're here, if you're a person on American soil, you are entitled to certain rights. It's the same way as you or us making a video about, if you're ever questioned by the police, you don't have to say this, that, the other thing, or like you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. It's the same thing. And there are people that are getting caught up with it. Good people in the wrong place at the wrong time. And you have this other issue of using federal government within the city. So the city police, like the NYPD communicating with the federal government is another issue. And it's like states' rights versus federal rights. But I find it hard to be against Mamdani just explaining people's rights, Yeah,
I think he should explain the rights stuff. Mm-hmm. I think it's very important to do that. I just don't think stepping up as someone of authority or a mayor or a governor or whatever, like Newsom, I don't think it should just be me versus Trump battle the whole time. And that's what I think when he stepped up to become a leader. Newsom just went on social media and starts battling Trump. Like, I don't think that's a leader.
I think that's just like taking it somewhere where I obviously he's on a different end of that spectrum. But we also, like in Florida here, we have tons of immigrants, legal ones too, that did vote for the Republican Party. It was overwhelming. People from Cuba, Venezuela, they all voted Trump in, and these are the same type of immigrant people that are also in New York. So it's not just saying that. And then if you also look at the news, you could see there is a little bit of like ICE is operating, with impunity and maybe some overreach in some areas, not all, but some. So it exists. And I think it's just, explaining people what their rights are.
Yeah.
And
I think that's a great thing. And I think that he's got to do what he's got to do. Let's move on to a piece right here I want to talk. 50 Cent exposes Diddy tapes lawsuit. There's a lawsuit now, too, apparently. Diddy and his team, whatever they want to sue him. So 50 Cent exposes Diddy on multiple levels. Comes with this documentary. Has a whole documentary on the guy, right? I'll pull it up on screen in a second. And the reality is, he says he's got no beef with Diddy. He's just basically exposing the true reality of who he thinks he is.
He always been like a funny guy. Like I like 50 Cent, but he always does this type of stuff. He's a little funny. He got to get under your skin. Like he got to do it. That's why he said like,
but he's taking this
I
far.
did this with ABC so Diddy can watch it in TV.
Yeah.
I mean in prison.
Yeah, I'm going to show some of these clips right now. The system here works properly. 50 Cent exposes Diddy tapes, and there's a lawsuit. Obviously, Diddy's like, how did you get these tapes? And so what was going on, and Von just explained, is that 50 Cent was very smart in how he did some of the stuff. But the whole Netflix premiere, like all of this stuff is a lot. Like, I don't think anybody would just do this out of, I mean, there's a lot to take in on that.
If you know anything about 50 Cent, like his whole career been based off of beefing with people and all that. His first song that put him in the industry, he came at everybody in the whole industry. He made a whole song about everybody. So
and then he did get shot.
How to rob an industry person?
Yeah, how to rob how to rob. Now, no, he got shot over something else, street stuff. But he But he been doing this. He just knows how to get people going. You know how to market, get under people's skin. Everybody said, oh, 50, remember he had trolling Floyd Mayweather about he can't read
a book from Harry Potter.
Yeah,
but you're talking about things that stuff does happen, and I get that. But we're talking about one of the biggest. This is massive. He didn't just troll. You know, troll, you like just talk, pick, whatever.
This is what he does.
Yeah, but this is beyond trolling. Making a Netflix documentary.
Is it just trolling?
He has the money to do it. He could professionally troll. You know the rapper Cameron. He has a show. Yeah. So look, he was beefing with this actor Omar Gooden Jr. Oh no, Omar Gooden, and he booked him for a fake movie. He paid his flight and everything to come. Booked him for a fake movie. Filmed him doing some stupid stuff, and then released the footage just because he has the money to do it. This is what people who have the money to do it. They control in the
but there's a whole other. This is like, and I agree with the whole trolling situation. People troll all the time, but the reality is, 50 Cent is exposing this stuff, and he didn't just go, "Hey, don't forget this. Hey, did you see this? Did you see this?" And then Twitter messages like everybody does, a little Twitter, a little tweet on X, whatever. He's publishing like real shit for people to. And then I got the videos. If this shit pulls up, we had some issues here with the malfunction of the damn clips here. But I'm going to try to pull these up for a second so we can take a look. Here we go. Let's take a look at this.
And how much you think Netflix paid him for this?
A lot of money.
All right.
But take a look.
Why wouldn't you take it all the way there?
Yeah.
You get paid. And
I think it was idea.
You get to play around with Diddy and laugh and everything and still make millions of dollars off
But
of
he talks about his beef. Say he doesn't have the bill. Let's take a look.
They consider a pre-existing beef, right? For 20 years. Right? It's me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
See, he just plays all day. The whole thing was a game.
Right there. But he's loving this shit.
Yeah,
and he's taking. But he's not stopping. The trial's over.
Yo, go on his Instagram, go on his Twitter, go on everything. He plays with everybody all day.
But the trial's over, and he's still playing.
So that's what some people are upset about. They say like it's a black man taking down another black man.
Yeah.
That's what. But like I don't know. The guy was found guilty of it, right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
But did you see this video?
That can hurt Diddy as much as it already happened. Like him putting this out doesn't hurt Diddy more than everything that already just occurred. So
man, because that's over.
Don't even matter.
But look at this.
50, how'd you get it, and what does that scene show?
Well, I mean, you're a journalist, Harvey. Harvey, you would not disclose your sources.
We usually don't.
Yeah, but I got it.
It's the middle of September and there's still no one died.
No, bro. Then you have to have a spokesman. You have to have some sort of comms to constantly be pushing that, Mark. Because you may just be a person that just does. You just may watch CNN. So you have. you at the wrong place looking to see what the people with the possible jurors are thinking. It could be somebody that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business of media and propaganda.
So my point is, right, like he's playing full time, but like,
oh, 50?
Yeah, he's playing full time. But what I'm saying
he wakes
is,
up to play.
But what is the point? It take like the trial's over.
That's what keeps him relevant. If
it keeps him in the media.
It keeps him relevant, keeps him in the media. If he has his shows like Power, he has the BMF and all that stuff, but he still has to keep himself relevant when nothing else is going on.
But when we talk about
knows him for being a troll, so he has to keep that up.
But when we talk about this, right? And I got these I got to fix some stuff here because I got a lot of videos I want to show. But when we talk about 50 doing this, it was like when Cat Williams came out and started spilling the beans. It was like, oh man, this came out of nowhere. Like he was on there with Shannon Sharp. And it was just like all of a sudden, it was just like, damn, like he spilled the beans on a lot of people.
But Cat don't play.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But
so
like,
he's a comedian, but he's dead serious.
But
he just got it out there. But I think this is a whole different situation because I think that 50 thought that Diddy was going to be behind bars forever. Like he was getting life. So he pushed it to the max. And then now
he don't care if he's getting out or he's not getting out.
But he made that clear now. But what I'm saying is, I think beforehand, I think you included, even though we didn't know, we kept saying we don't know what the evidence is, but we kept saying we need more. We don't see nothing yet. Kept saying, right? But the reality is, after all this is all done, hold on a second. Now, Diddy's getting out of prison.
I told you he's gonna beat it from the gate. Remember, I told you.
Yeah, but now that he's getting out, it's like in the chat right now, watching live right now. Do you think that trial was fair? Yes or no? Do you think Diddy should be behind bars for life, or do you think that the right thing happened? In the chat, let me know. What I'm saying is this though. This is now that we know he's getting out. He's only doing like 3 years now. He did 4. He already did a year or whatever. So now he got 3 years he can get. He might get out in 2. Something like that. I believe Diddy will be on the streets in 2 years. That's what I think.
You might get pardoned.
Yeah, maybe that too. So if in fact Diddy gets out, 50 Cent was like, yo, I don't care. I'm protected. Hey, I got a video I'm going to show you in a second. This damn shit works better on my damn screen here. You can see right here. I'm clicking on this right here. Boom. There we go. Take a look at this real quick.
You guys don't need to worry about me getting revenge from Diddy. I've got 3 moves that make sure he'll never be able to come after me or my family. First, I personally reached out to the victims' legal teams. The real reason he's not getting out is those buried cases behind the scenes. I provided legal funding for 7 victims who had been silent for years and brought in the top criminal attorneys in the country. Second, I bought up every potential post-release business deal he had lined up. I planned this 2 years in advance, so by the time he got sentenced and still had hope of getting out, every partner had already cut ties with him. Third, I don't just have evidence, I've got backups. This is an entire minefield that's been buried for 20 years. I uncovered every secret from the last 30 years. With testimonies from the victims, we interviewed over a dozen people he tricked, threatened, or violated. You think that's harsh? No. He destroyed other people's lives for decades. I'm just making sure he spends a few extra years in prison for it. I'm not afraid of his people, not afraid of his threats. I know he's still in there fantasizing about a comeback, but the truth is, he's never coming back.
That was AI. I could just tell by the cadence. I could tell by the cadence.
But do you see? But so that's playing, right? But what I'm saying is, do you see how they try to make 50 say? I think 50 feels like that though.
No, 50 don't care. That's why 50 got shot. He was playing with he was playing with real street gangsters all the time when he was growing up. So like he started getting in the way of people, and they had to do something to him. But
he's playing hard though.
Yeah, he plays with everybody because he's, you know how like if you always just have like you're your own boss mind state. Like Diddy was a lot of people's boss. Like Diddy's like up there with Jay-Z and stuff like that.
And he was funding them with a lot of shit.
Yeah, so he's a lot of people's like big homie, and they're like, yo, that's Diddy. But 50 Cent don't look at people like that. Like 50 always look at you like, you know what I mean, we're equal, even if he wasn't on the same level as Diddy coming up. He still looked at him like we're equal.
What do you think, James? You think that, Diddy got what he's supposed to get, and you think that 50's just playing the whole time? And I feel like there had to be some kind of beef somewhere.
I think there was probably a beef somewhere, but 50's in the best position here because this is only going to be hot now, right? Nobody's going to care about this in 5 years. Like if there was a Kevin Spacey documentary out, you're going to be like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
You know? And then the more engagement he gets, he just wins. So if there's like a rap beef down the line, he wins. That's more engagement for him. And like he's just cashing in his position. Like this is, and all the evidence was out there. Like they always say, like the truth percolates to the top, right?
Is he putting his life on the line though, or no?
I don't know. He's pretty high up there. I'm sure he's got a lot of protection, and you know, money buys a lot of power. I don't know. Who knows what Puff Daddy has after all this, and like I said, with no brand deals, and I mean, he's still a very important person.
Diddy not going to try nothing when he gets out. He's not trying to get back put in jail.
But like 50 still wins if he does, because then he's boom back in the media.
Yeah, if Diddy gets out and Diddy starts making music about 50, it just makes them both rich.
Well, we know who Diddy can definitely create a rap beef, right? I mean, he was in the whole East Coast, West Coast thing.
Yeah, I feel
he
like
didn't create that.
He was
50 creates rap beefs.
Yeah.
He started beefing with
The Game,
Jada Kiss and Fat Joe just for doing a song with Ja Rule. Like he beefs with everybody.
And then he bought out the first 6 rows, right, of like Ja Rule's concert.
Yeah, that was later on.
Yeah.
After 20 years, he's still messing with Ja Rule.
but Ja Rule came out. Ja Rule came out and said that he thinks that 50 is similar to Diddy in XYZ way. So there's all this weird shit circling on the internet right now. And realistically, at the end of the day, it's just like something's going on right here. And this whole new Netflix special here that finally opened up my screen right here, with 50 Cent getting out there and making this whole but what would be like? I get what you're saying. Financially, it might be good for him to create that, but it's like he just picking on the whole time just so you can get what kind of outcome. Just
that's
to play.
Because you haven't been following 50 Cent, so you don't know. Like this is what he does. Like honestly, he don't need a reason.
If
he
you
just does that stuff.
And like if you ever watched a lot of things, like the Bill Cosby things picked up a lot of steam when Hannibal Buress made a joke about it, right? And there's like an old clip of Courtney Love, I think it was her, talking about don't get a massage from Harvey Weinstein. You know, like people know what goes on. And then eventually like it'll just like bubble to the top and then the truth comes out. 50 just had like a documentary team. He got the documentary. I heard the rumor was that like Puffy was paying for it, and then he couldn't pay his videographer.
Yeah, he couldn't pay the videographer, so then it just goes to the highest bidder.
So like
whoever wants this footage, I got some footage on Diddy.
So the irony is like Puffy exposed himself in many different ways.
Yeah, because why do you have somebody following you with this camera?
Yeah,
but you know,
I didn't even watch the documentary.
But I feel like this. I feel like 50 was put in a situation with Diddy because Diddy was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take you shopping" or something like that. No, and he talked about that.
Yeah, but
I think that made him feel uncomfortable.
That was Matt old. He
still talks about that. He brought that up in the last interview.
Just playing.
Yeah, no, I know, but when someone brings up the same thing all the time, like if I were to get up here and be like, "Hey, that guy, my cologne," it still bothers me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was 20 years ago, so whatever. But the point is, it's crazy to say it's 20 years ago. It was like 20 years ago. But I'm saying in general, that still got on my skin then. Right, so I'm still thinking about it. I don't know if he felt like, yo, you tried me like that, or something happened that's not being told yet, and he's like, I want to bring this to the attention. That's all I'm saying. Something.
He just pounces on any opportunity.
Yeah, for media.
Yeah, a rapper tomorrow slips and falls or at a concert.
Call me, I'll represent him.
He's gonna put it, call James, and then 50's gonna put it on his Twitter and be like, "Yo, you need to boom, 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 boom." Yeah, and he's gonna put the video up.
And he did a good job with that.
Yeah, he's gonna do it.
He made his whole living like that.
Yeah, he's gonna do it the whole time.
All right, look, that's a lot to dive into today. We got a lot of conversation. I'll leave it with this. 50 Cent is trying to stay in the media somehow, some way. And he's making it be known that he's not scared, doesn't care whether Diddy was in prison forever, gets out. I believe he thinks that he was going to go to jail for a long time. But truth is, Diddy's going to be on the streets in a couple of years. And when he gets out, he doesn't want Diddy to make a comeback. He doesn't think he's going to become anything. And if he does, he doesn't care anyway. The point is, if you say he's just playing the whole time, then the reality is the whole point is just to be circulating around the media and just enjoying life and picking at someone who, look at their whole family though. I mean, come on. The video I saw, he said he actually hired Diddy's kids.
He's just playing.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, he didn't hire his kids. He's playing. Anything he says is a joke. For real.
Right.
Well, he's a serious dude too. He's a businessman too. But everything's a joke. Like you can't even count on 2 hands, 3 hands how many people did he play with on a yearly basis.
He just keeps on going.
Just keeps playing.
Hey, look, it was good jump on here again today. I had a conversation, a lot going on. People in the chat right now, we know that we are back in horizontal stream, getting it going. We will soon be in horizontal vertical to push all those people back into our show. So a lot of people are coming on here trying to say, where the hell are those other people at? They're coming back in here. We have to keep doing our horizontal stream for you beautiful people to see it better on the screen and getting back into those conversations on a daily basis. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Vaughn, salute these people that are coming in and out of the building and then we're watching this video later. Piccolino in the building hanging out with us today. We'll see all you beautiful people tomorrow morning live at 10 o'clock. And we will soon be live Monday through Friday in the mornings at 10 and at nighttime. We'll have our sports conversation start dialing. I think in the morning time, it's much better to get on here and have the political conversation, the big news stuff that happens. And at nighttime, we'll have the conversation in sports live in the building. I'll close those polls. We'll get ready to sign off here. Greatly appreciate you. Make sure you watch, like, and subscribe and get ready. All the marketing, all the stuff's going to start happening. Christina, get the Instagram names. Christina, get the Instagram names. A lot of people that couldn't be here today. Chrome, we got the Instagram page going. RLW, we got to get you in the Instagram page with us live every single day. After the show, you can communicate. Jeff Lee's in there. Nathan, we need your Instagram. Get you in there. Christina, if you can get it, let us know.
Tell them to put the Instagrams in here.
Yeah, drop your Instagrams right now, people. Right now. Drop your Instagrams right now on the screen. If you're in here right now, drop your Instagrams right now. Even Plump, drop your Instagram right now. Priscilla, drop your Instagram right now. Everybody that's in the building right now, drop your Instagram so we can add you to our Instagram chat conversation that we're having on a daily basis in there so you guys know when we go live. YouTube is, just so you guys understand, YouTube is getting ready to start circulating everything that's going on.
There go Andrew, Black Crest.
We appreciate you. You know what time it is, Andrew. It's gonna start circulating a lot. We greatly appreciate you, Blackcrest. You better get out there right now and get your gear. I got my jacket still on right now. Makes me look thin. Ladies and gentlemen, blackcrest.com. Go get it right now. Use Brandon25 for your discount code, and you can get it right now. We're gonna be live in the mornings, 10 o'clock, and then we're gonna be live at nighttime. It's about 8 o'clock. We're gonna have the nightcap conversation, and that's gonna be great to pop into some of those things that we got to talk about, things that are happening right away. Drop your Instagrams right now. If you got an Instagram, you want to be added to the chat, drop it right now. It's very important to do that. And then we're going to add you guys all in the building right now. And then also keep in mind, as we are getting ready to start setting out all notifications to get back to all the people from our show that were all in the vertical format. It's not sending those the application yet. Sorry, the notification. So that's going to start happening. So that is all being adjusted. So we greatly appreciate you. We'll see all of you beautiful people tomorrow, and get ready. Have your notifications on because we're going to be going live at nighttime, 8 p.m. for the games. And we also have NBA playoffs coming up into this next year, which is going to be amazing. And the NFL playoffs, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of conversation. Everybody in the chat right now, we'll see all you guys tomorrow. Take care.